Hi, my name is Amy Catherine. I'm going to bring you the just high level overview of what happened in City Council meeting last night, September 12th, 2003. Before the City Council meeting was the budget meeting. It's that time of the year. Okay, so they had the same form that the school board had, is a form that they fill out to determine what their highest possible amount that they can ask for. What kind of increase can they ask for based upon our evaluations going up, based upon new houses being built in the area? So their figure came up to be a 16.61% increase is what they could have asked for in our property taxes. City council decided that they were going to ask for a 14% increase, which is still about $370,000. So that's still a lot of money, but is not the 17 that they could have asked, 17.6 that they could have asked for. So they did give us a 3% break. Now, them doing that, actually, what that did is our evaluations went up. And so when our valuations on our house go up, our property taxes also go up. And the property taxes are broken down into what they serve. There is a city portion of it. And so actually, since our property taxes are spread out a little bit more because of new buildings and things like that, our property taxes themselves, after your increase in evaluation, that normal I don't know if it's normal or not. It was a lot this year, but after that normal evaluation increase in your property tax for the city, then you can take 7% off of that, because that's what they're saying is as opposed to last year, they drew a 0.337, which is they drew a 0.337 off of your property tax. This year it's a 0.314. So instead of 0.337, they're drawing a 0.314, which is a 7% decrease. So your property taxes are going to initially go up, but from that maximum value, they'll go down a little bit. So it'll probably still be a net gain for your city property tax. And that was the property tax. And then they went into regular meeting. There was a presentation for September being, well, really, Mindy Rump just read something that was put together for her but it is to help support September 2023 as Suicide Prevention Month. And I just captured just a little piece of that information. In 2020, there were 1.2 million attempted suicides. I mean, she read a whole whereas, like it had all these whereas. So it was something that was formal and that was put together. But I just captured that because that just was really a lot. 1.2 attempted suicides in 2020. So I guess making an awareness of suicide for September is probably a good thing. They voted on the budget and passed it. So the new budget for Blair City, it has been passed. There's a lot of expenditures out there for the South Bypass, for Generations Park. There's just you can just go and look at the budget and see where we're spending our money at. Also, they put out for bids. Last time I came to you guys, I was telling you about how they were going to put out for bids for Generation Park. They were going to get those bids in, and then they were going to decide how they were going to, when they were going to start Generation Park, and we're going to sit here and watch it take form. Well, they were expecting the bids to come in at about 3.6 million. The bids came in over $7 million. So they rejected the bids. They moved to reject the bids, and everybody agreed with that. So now they're going to rework those plans, and I guess take some of the bells and whistles. I'm not sure what we call bells and what we call whistles out of it. And also they're going to think about planning on doing some of it in-house, doing some of it with some of our departments that we have. After they get it reworked, they're planning on putting it out for bids again in November. What's the new rework? And getting those in, and then having a spring start. So it's gonna run behind from where they had initially planned. Also, Aaron Wattenbach, and I know Aaron, and I'm sure I pronounced his name wrong. He was sworn in as a part-time police officer. He was a Blair police officer full-time. I don't know what happened. But obviously it wasn't anything bad, because they have taken him back as a part-time police officer. So they swore him in last night. And also there was a plaque that was presented by Mayor Rump to City Council Member Andrew Schank of Ward 2 for his service and dedication as a city council member. He had to resign last night. He spoke, and he said it had to do with the good Lord had placed a job opportunity in his lap, and he couldn't do that job and be on city council at the same time. It sounded like there was a conflict because he couldn't be in two places at one time, exactly what he said. So that is what I've got for you tonight. That's the city council meeting from last night. You have a good night.